It's gonna haunt me having 11 out of 12 the whole time. I'll do it at some point. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it fucking 1080 on a regular ass level. Let's fucking do it. Fucking do it. Do it. Alright. I'm gonna swap over to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Because we gotta finish up that first case. Um, there we go. Updated my title, updated that. Where is it? Where is it? What? Why did my controller turn off? Alright, I don't remember. I don't know if I'll be able to remember the voices, but we'll see. Why is it not? Oh, there we go. Okay. It wasn't full screen for a second. I was, what the fuck? That was weird. Alright, let me capture the game. I must capture the game. I don't know why I'm sounding like this. Eh. Is that so loud? Thought we solved that yesterday video game. Oh, actually, wait, what the hell? Is it, really? Does it, huh? Weird, because now it's, that looks good. Alright, whatever. Maybe I accidentally messed with the volume. My headphones fucked up last night. Oh god. Let me just tweet out that I'm switching games. Why? Twitter. Do Twitter. I can't spell for jack shit. Look at me. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Uh, let's see what's going on. What's going down? All right, continue. Yes, part 3. Can't believe there are 3 parts to the first fucking trial. Holy shit, that's fucking wild to me. That's absolutely insane. All right. Do I remember the voices? I don't think I remember the voices at all. I don't think I'm fucking. Oh my god. Well, I understand you were the judicial defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ah, just listen. Oh, what the fuck was it? It's such a weird voice that made him have. A judicial assistant and a woman, no less. Is that it? Is that the voice? The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. But, Your Excellency. I don't know, was that the voice? I feel like it's a little off. I don't know. I don't remember. I am most grateful. I just keep doing that voice for like a lot of people. Who exactly are you? I'm sorry. There's no time. Please simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something written in English? It's Jezebel Brett's research. The Englishwoman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. I can't talk. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristic of Cure and its effect on human subjects. Interesting. Cure? What's that? I've never heard that word before. Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for reading in detail, but I've summarized what I could in a note just inside the cover. If you think it's valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful, thank you! This is a report. Okay, let's look at it. What's it say? A poison agent barking of certain trees in the jungles of South America. Hunters of the region have used its nature times and capacity their prey. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. What the fuck did I just say? Blowpipe dart. What the fuck? Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, the solution for the respiratory arrest causes a result of the full body paralysis beyond first, or patients would die of suffocation. Goodbye then, and good luck. You've had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Renosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you can grace us with your presence a little longer. It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid... It's not so very long until tea time. I'll have plenty blah blah blah. Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I know this was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order. I've said it many times before, but... the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel, what is new evidence that demands the court's attention? I mean, just this right here. Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett, that's what it was. I understand you were researching under Dr. Wilson at Yuma University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison? Where are you going with this, Council? A toxin known as Curar, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. What? What complete and utter nonsense! Curar, you say? I've never even heard of it. You wouldn't have done. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Curar before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist? Correct. Which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they never identify Curar. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What? Order, order, order. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, Curar has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with Curar suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Trumpery! Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain. The other dentists would have surely noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that Curar was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim itself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly Curar poison. Oh my. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison? This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense. Ahem. If I may. All these facts. You think you're so clever, but you must be taught some men. Ooh, shit, a little lively again, eh? It's you who must be taught. Of course. Dear lady! So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act, wouldn't you agree? Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great Empire of Japan is breaking the rules. Hello there, Global Cherry. What's so funny? Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brett. May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Voice acting. Oh god, thanks. Oh, I feel like I do a terrible job all the time, but thank you. Well, yes, I don't see. Why not? So it's gonna test it by getting a drink herself. Okay. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Sorry. To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is the fucking words, god damn it. Farcical comedy. The little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers. Wait, what? What are you doing? No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Everyone's just fucking shocked to hell. Goodness, whatever's the matter? You all look quite stunned. So, no cure. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying? Ha 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 ha! You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in the grand venue. Most kind. Grr. Grr. I wish I could do a real growl. Grr. Grr. I can't do a growl very well. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brett? I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries. Ah, yes, dear lady, we are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. It doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. Sure, it contains poison. Let's go with that. Let's fucking full in. Let's go. Probably did procure poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refused to change its position. You're serious. Fool! Are you blind? There's no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw... Miss Brett... Miss Brett drinking the water from it? That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answers and evidence we have in the courtroom somewhere, court record somewhere. It has to be. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim... I said that weirdly. Assert. Assert. God damn it. Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. Worst defense the witness will consume the supposedly poison while they're unscathed. Okay, I don't know. Okay, how does it use 6 times? Injury paralysis, subsequent death from many doses. Poison the body through a wound. Through a wound. So, brain gears turning. So do I present this as evidence, or do I present the photo, or the... I'm actually not sure. Could it be this? Huh. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Oh god. The glass? Could it be the glass? Oh god, I'm dying here. What do I eat? Oh, fucking hell. Oh god. I don't know. I don't know. Try that. This is the defense. What should I say? The wretched accused. Yeah, okay. No. Fricked it up. Fricked it. Ah, dang. Ding dong dang. What the frick? Heck. Heckin'. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. You're making this complication more complicated than it needs to be. Alright, I'll do my best to find an answer that fits the facts. So why do you say that? The wretched accused? Yeah, the wretched accused. What the fuck? Rude. So... do I just... So what, I just present this then? Just present the actual thing itself? I'm saying it's more complicated than it needs to be. That's what I'm... Okay, I guess. The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report. That's not a valid explanation. No? After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to the riddle? Okay, that's fine. Wait, what part was that? Is that the special characteristics? Yeah, okay, let's do that one. I've been hearing a lot about this cure air poison, and it's left me curious about something. Oh, Council? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to place the heads of arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. And so we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there'd be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Council! No, that would be madness! But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of the particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When cure enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Britt, you authored this research. You knew Cure's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking the water without taking any danger to yourself. Well, my words are all fumbly. Blah. You meddling little... It was real the whole time? What the fuck? Well, Reinosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer? Oh, all this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. What are you trying to say? Your schoolboyish logic is a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish? Flaw? As even your brain has managed to deduce, Cure is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they? And Service's lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk. The professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? That's right. Good gracious. That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? All these back and forths, my goodness, fucking whiplash here. Like, order in the courts, order. Logic holds. If the lady and the professor drink the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest? Yes, this cure poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. What is this welling up inside me? I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. More than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. He said the word. He did the thing. He said the word. Oops, I pressed the button. He said the word, everyone. He said the word. Very pog, yes. I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Comes, I'm sure to remind you, you must provide compelling evidence, as we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the cure? The wound. I'm gonna guess the shot wound, right? Unless that's wrong. I don't know. No, not wrong. Oh? Listen, Reynosuke, there's no need to overthink this. You know the curious toxin infects all people that poison in his body. Right. Oh, okay. And it was the mouth one. Damn it. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, I chose the wrong one. Shit. I'm sorry. Fuck. I fucked up. What the hell? There we go. Take that. What does it sound British? What does it sound British now? What the fuck? As Miss Brett readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there's a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? Toxic effects of cure only fell in the poison into his body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water? Inside? Yes. Like the wound you might have, I don't know. If you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Oh! Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. Ah! So that's it. He used the knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile. Wait, what do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Isn't she also in school? She's also like the same age. Why does she act like that? You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No. I mean, they could just slip. Wow. What a fucking rude motherfucker. I guess the murderer would do this, you know. Someone who does a murder. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No! She just smashed that bottle. Things are in Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from the broken bottle as possible, at once. You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle. Or not. You. And let us not forget, There's still some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic prints, I presume, dear lady? That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy. No, you killed the victim that day using Cure Air. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you had arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We'd had her, but now... Is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? You've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't mention notice this woman was a foreigner with a swan in her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail at the scene of that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Hmm? Oh, flip. Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? There's a clue. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Haha, you always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe this smug smile off the Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Alright. I can't wait. It's been niggling me. What the fuck kind of word is that? What the is that? That doesn't sound like a correct word to me at all. But something feels amiss in memory of my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving to the truth at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is... this. That. Oops, wrong button. Inspector Osanaga, answer me this. Hmm? Yes. What is it? He's still miles away. Probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day? Wait a minute. Where are you going with where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a splattering of blood. What? Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plated steak is almost directly behind the victim. I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front. There's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Ah! Yes. The blood to have made it onto the plate implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Jezebel Brett. I beg your pardon. This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. This court seriously expects us to believe something that the accused is apparently just remembered saying? This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean? Yes, I took the plate. In the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime, I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it. You did what? I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. So warped, he's so warped, but it worked out, it works out for us. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a blood stain in Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Oh, goodness. Sorry for the delay. Here's what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't. Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man. Show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. No. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no. That's impossible. I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire. I believe we may finally reach a conclusion in this trial. Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. Ah! This star-looking stick reveals the facts all too clearly. Why is it like red in the middle? If this star-looking accused wishes to examine again, be my guest. Oh, okay. Sure. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Well, thanks for letting me do my thing. Dun 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 dun. Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what it is it? What's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was the Hoei Koban? Koban? Whatever it's pronounced? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This is the first time there's been talking about Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but never heard of bullion in a bullion. God. I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... Well, frick. It's the wrong plate. Someone never expected to find a precious coin beneath this thick cut of meat. It's from the Hohe era, too. That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in juices as well. Look. What are you... What? Are you thinking of eating it? No, but next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, no one's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. I think you meant this wrong into this thing about this right now. Cohen coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then, let's do it. Now, I've lost. Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. I gotta believe! Believe in myself, really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? That bloodstain was gonna clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. The plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that reveals a shocking truth. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett. We must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. What a good judge. I see. As the newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel of Defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where this plate of beefsteak is this new clue to be found? Right just underneath the beef. Huh? What in the world is this? You just looked at this. I think it's a Koban coin. The hallmark is from the Hohe era, I believe. Oh, no. Okay, I gotta press present. I forgot. I pressed the wrong button. Press the wrong fucking button. Fuck! Hold on. Can you get it through? Hold on. I didn't. Oh god. Can I go faster, please? No, I messed up. I pressed the wrong button. Foiled again. Oh, I had to do it anyways because I had to present the coin. Got it. Okay, cool. No, I did it right. I did the right thing. I know what I'm doing. Good gracious, that's... Koban? What on earth? A Hoyer one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? And tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen anything before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I would no part of it. I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef at the moment of distraction. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe this happened by accident in the kitchen? Rare Hohe Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be relevant to the case, I'll rip my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel. A rare Hohe Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant in the case, I'll give it my lawyer job right now. By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it could belong to. You know the Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is the dude. This guy. Obviously, can only be the antique stealer in order of Rasute, Kiryu Koretsuda-san. Kiryu? As in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Ah, yes. The old man testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with this Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. Oh god, what did he sound like? I don't remember. The gunshot interests me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoya Koban, my prized coin. Then this Hoya Koban, do you mean to tell me? No, please. Why would Koretsuda-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense. Which is why I'm asking to bring Koretsuda-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. I will be right back, because I have to use the bathroom. My goodness. I have returned without a moment's delay. Can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. Oh, God. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch. If we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find a key element in the case. I mean, my thinking is just that the inspector got the plates mixed up. But, I don't know, is there something more to it, maybe? Oh, how did he sound exactly? What's this all about? Why have you been called up again? Don't you realize it's dinner time for little baby? I know. When my son's belly is empty, he's fished than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police, we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear a false witness. I've been cast from this courtroom myself. I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back again. Okay, where was I? Nothing more I have to say. The son of Sutton's Rarasute's shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Koretsuda-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as the Rasute memory serves, have you ever seen this Koban before? Wah! Yes. That's it. That's the one. That's the very one. That's the exact one that it is. The resplendent splendiferous high treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man? Young man? I don't want to do the same voice for this guy. I'm trying to alter it slightly. To mind this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where? Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped by anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the season's meat juices. Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing. Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant, and it attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. And so that's what you've sent undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakuta-san's Koban is all too clear. What? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who despicable scoundrel stole the mistake? I mean, I would think him, no? Obviously, it can only be you, Sergeant Iesa Nosa. What? How? How dare you? You monster! Monster? I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of the Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido. Ido was the mastermind behind all this. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Nobody clocked. What the fuck? What in the hell? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Amos, prepared to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. What the hell? That was a little crazy there. Don't even know the extraordinary low wages that Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe. I understand temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflict remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. As for you stealing things at the restaurant, the place is heaved with money. Every 3 days, I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork, even, which is worrying. And your target that day was the old man, Miss Koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the stake. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Bang. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I'd too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. I slipped it under the stake. Hoping I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Okay. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry out the absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, your excellency. Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. But that's the whole point. The fact that that's the wrong plate is what they're getting at. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. No, there's all the that makes there's more that no, Judge, no, don't use your brain a little, just a teeny bit, and you'll figure it out instantly. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency, and good luck, everyone. And good day. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words that got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction? What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? Hiding a coin in a lump of meat. Shared nonsense of such an idea astounds me. As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. She said they're exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. Ms. Brett's words truly are contradictory. Where is the evidence to prove it? The steak itself or the picture? I don't know which one. One of them. The steak that Miss Brett had been eaten before the professor was killed. Yes. Go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? Wait, I just my voice squeaked a little. Oops. It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Take a good look at the steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Ah! Ooh. Ooh. Ah. It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, the witness that she claims wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork. There shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. But what is your actual point? Perhaps that lad from Miss Brett was ravenously hungry and couldn't help her. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. This will all be with a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place and just leave everything to... I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacle samurai relic. Of course, dear lady. Oh, the dude is just so fucking... What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks have in the stake for fucking what the fuck? She realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the stake have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know we're going with this? Yeah, duh. This is right from the get-go. I was like, that's the wrong plate. Yes, now at last it all comes together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. What exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe these are barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Oops, press the wrong button again. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase, typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence we're talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been... what? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. This is absurd. The trial's run several hours already. You say there is evidence yet to be brought forward? Can't be. I don't believe you have it. I don't. But there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. If that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the evidence that will Inspector. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it. Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. As well as admitted to stealing Kuta-san's coin, he told us it slipped under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? T-Shan? Affirmative, of course. I may be a soldier of the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she handling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nose's meal. But that makes no sense. And that plate was taken from the victim's table. With the gentlewoman who doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over. You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, when I saw this villain had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Oh, goodness. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There's no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! However, fear not, Prosecutor-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform. That is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant!
Yes!
So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak, and the plate it was on, back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Osanaga. Yes. Early in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. To preserve the evidence, you had to take both. Ah! That's correct. Then please, present it to the court now. Finally, the case will be over. Oh my goodness. There's no way I can go on after this. No way. There's no way after they figure out what the fuck. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case. No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to be such a problem, to prove to be such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense has to see the plate was confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Mr. Wilson, or Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you're reading from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, we will show the evidence to the court. Present the beef steak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir. What the fuck? So proud of himself. Sorry for keeping you. Here's the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Bloodstain. It's clearly visible. Look. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. Ah, it can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly been shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. Ugh. That's right. Miss Chesil Brett. It's you. Oh my god, finally. Finally, oh my god. This is like a total of like almost, what, 4 hours or something to do this whole case? Holy shit. That's done by Japanese me, by a Japanese schoolboy. No, no, no. What the fuck? Yeah. What the hell is going on here? Why is that like an actual swan and there's little chicks? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I'm so that is okay. Well, this is a little okay. Well, that's just she's dead now. Bye. Okay. Well, I guess she died. Whatever. What the fuck? All right. Whatever. Oh shit. Birds everywhere. What the fuck? Sorry, that's the case. We did it finally. Maybe. Oh, God. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life, using Kirar. As you surmised, I chose the particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. And so you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because Kirar is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I would need to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all have been over. I would place the steak I ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor, and that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan in the spur of the moment. The plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happen to know the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of cure in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were two guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. A place where you were sure that I would have noticed it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, bang. Big bang. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's why I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around. And because, of course, you need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Your Excellency. Yes. I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. Is she just like walking out? What is happening? Are they not escorting her out and just putting her in prison? It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume prosecution is an agreement. This can't be. Takatsuchi Auchi does not lose. I only realized this like late last night after I stopped this. The other guy's name, it's one of the other guys' name from the other game is Pain, and his name is Ouchie. I didn't realize that before. It occurred to me late after I fucking put the game down. Oh hell. It took so long for me to figure that out, holy shit. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. Arrgh! Ryunosuke Naruhodo! Well, yes? This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten. You become conceited with age, Council. The old have to stand aside to make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Please be careful with that. My goodness. A thousand millennia may pass, and still the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. Thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what will it look like? I cannot begin to imagine. This is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes? After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything in the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Ah, never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Excellency. It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty. Hooray! 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 Clap, 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 hooray! Hooray, we did it! After 10,000 years, we've done it! Whoa! This court is now adjourned. My goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happening. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Rinosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you have an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yuma University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Oh, no, wrong person. I thought it was the other guy, the older one. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. Assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. If we didn't have the research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. And I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. The old man. Forgive me for intruding in court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, judicial assistant to the defense. Speaking of Mikotoba, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yuma University, was it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Ah, well, it was a long time ago now. Besides... it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. My boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. His blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. And that reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Jezebel Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? She's gonna fix trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will leave in Japan in the very near future. Or Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Jezebel Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga! It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about? Consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? The British Consular Court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where voices can't be heard. But why consular... I can't say the word. Court. Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the Friendship Treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as it's not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, Can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it's just of our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. See, Miss Britt can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's foreign affairs minister has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Britt. They're obviously taking the case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make change. It's a time of great turmoil. It's a new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive a judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But, Professor... You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Reinosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, let me suggest Le Carnival. As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about the details for now. To Le Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course, Le Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh, yes, thank you. So Chisel Britt won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma? Yes, Ryunosuke? I just want to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One did I bet you the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me! All the times for verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I just did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. I'm sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Reinosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? Believe it. A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like, you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm a human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in. And stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, You face seemingly hopeless situations time and again. You never stop looking for the truth. Oh god. And in the end you found it. Through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, aren't you? Oh, Inspector Hasanaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study toward a Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes, that too. But I was going to say, is this the last time I ever saw him ever again? So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato-san, who acted as my assistant. Inspector Osinaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It's because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Cosmo hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Okay. And the first case is over. Oh my goodness, that took so long. That took like a million years. Holy crap. There's never been a longer trial in history than Phoenix Wright, I don't think. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Oh my god. It's something to continue, but also at the same time, I don't want to fill my voice too much doing all the voices. Oh shit. Oh, hold on, I'm stretching. No. Okay. I might just end here. It's only been a couple hours stream. Oh, I am quite tired, and my goodness. Yeah, I think I'll just end it for now. I'll be back tomorrow with I might finally play the Falconeer. I think I accidentally did some of the new content that I was supposed to be covering, so I guess I reached a point of the game where I can do that stuff. So I guess I can stream it now as I can show off that new expansion stuff that'll come out on, I think it comes out officially on Thursday on PC and Xbox. And then the game launches on what, PlayStation, Switch. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll look it out tomorrow. Let's see what that says. I have to look at the embargo says the price is, because I thought it was a free expansion at first, but apparently it does cost something. So I'll have to look that up and see what that says. Tomorrow I'll do Falconeer stuff. I don't know how long it'll be, an hour or two or something. I don't know. Let's figure it out. I've been looking to get more codes for stuff. I have something. I gotta email them back to see what the fuck the streaming embargo is. They only told me the review embargo. I don't know if that's the same or not. All right. Well, I will see you next time. Tomorrow, in fact. And just I'll for that. Get rid of that there. And yeah, okay. Yeah, see you tomorrow then. Goodbye.